Previously.
Yes, that's where you crawl through.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Yes, I also padlock my books.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Yeah, that makes sense. What is going on here? Howdy y'all, welcome back to What Remains of Edith Finch. This game has been amazing so far and so fucking out there. I'm not sure if that was an octopus or an actual sea monster I had before, or if it actually ate Molly. This, I think, is called a dark room, not a red room, because the red room, I think, is the thing with the dark web and shit. We're getting back in it. I think this is Calvin's room. And Sam's. That's right, because they shared a room for 7 years. Why is Calvin's size so much... Oh, wait, no. Calvin died, so they roped off his room.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Sam's the grandpa. Alright, so Dawn, Gus, and Gregory were all three siblings. Then there's Sam. I don't know who her grandmother is, because her great-grandmother was Edie. And there's Sam and Kay. I'm assuming Kay is the mother of the three, but I don't know. First wife, so I don't know. What? Whoa. No. Nope. Man, she is short. What else can I explore first? Or is that actually where I have to go?
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Dangerous as fuck.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Oh.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Oh, this is making me motion sick. Just like actual swing sets do.
I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I
Why would
think
you
he'd
put a
already made up his
swing
mind.
right over a cliff?
That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Dude launched his fucking self off a cliff. Holy shit.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Wow. Dude, chick, you almost
After the
fucking, like,
funeral, Edie
unalived
ripped
yourself.
off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
I missed story here, didn't I? I fucking hate that.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Are you pregnant?
Growing
Pregnant,
up,
aren't you?
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Come on, render. There we go. I hate how low quality I have to have this game to play and record right. But
I never thought
do
about
what
how
we
hard
do.
it must have been for her afterwards.
are you like the only person that survived into adulthood from each generation? Like one person each one?
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Ooh.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her
I've done that.
convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration.
Just the ends of my fingers, but I did
I'm
it.
not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Series of unfortunate
She
events.
reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I've got to play in a comic book panel.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh, it gave me a weapon. Oh, cool. There's the table saw.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Years ago?
The old Finch rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh dear. Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
Ooh.
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
I still had the weapon. Hey, the door hasn't been sealed off yet.
Walter, are you there? Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the Hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And who he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
Oh shit!
Moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Don't step on the skate, because you'll follow his fate. You could run. He's not there anymore.
The Hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
This is some epic ass storytelling. I've got to give him that. Holy shit.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her.
What?
It was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
What?
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
What the hell? Oh, this game has got to be on drugs.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. I knew what Edie saw was a happy ending.
So I guess I know where I gotta go next.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
I'm gonna adjust the brightness. That helps compensate a little bit. Every time it says saving, I just expect something to be running at me. Unfinished basement.
Mom said the
Spin.
basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Dragon.
I saw
Yeah.
Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Is that a generator?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Ah.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Holy shit.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Little Sailor Man fell.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
What kind of monster? Also,
And
why
then
are you
one day,
drinking halves of
everything
oranges
just-
full? Not oranges. Pears, peaches, peaches.
Stop. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Looks like peaches.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
There's just so much going on in this game, and it's so fucking good.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
Didn't Calvin
Maybe
die by
this
jumping?
is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
It's okay, Walter. Let's find out. This is what I came out of, so I guess I gotta go this way.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it. Especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Motherfucker got hit by a train.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Come on, lift the heavy door. There you go.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Yeah.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Don't slip.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2,
Yeah, you're pregnant.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself
Why are you doing all this pregnant?
and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
52 to 05.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Tiki
Maybe
statue?
it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
God, this is a beautiful game.
And when you look at the house, it had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
It's a valid point.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Ooh.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Guessing Edie is blood. By the way, this is awesome.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
The old house.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
You're not gonna let me jump.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and
You
find
didn't know what
everything
happened.
out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Yep, pregnant. 22 weeks. That's almost 6 months. Holy shit. Yeah, chick, what are you doing? The hell? His ladder here.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
So Sam is the grandpa. Probably with Kay.
They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Go right back out that door. Not trying to progress yet.
Instead of hiding from
experience.
death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I'm thinking of Walter, so. Yep, there's Kay, so. Alright, that's what I'm gonna call it for this one. Everybody, thank you so much for joining. This is getting insane. I'm guessing I'm gonna literally go all the way up the tree, and then Edie might be the last one to be drawn because she was apparently there the night that we all left. Also, I really want to know who Sanjay was. But either way, I will see you all the next time.